Toiletbeard got them donkey brains.
They started calling me Frankie Donkey Brains, and it was very traumatic.
Hello friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're jumping into rSlash Tales of Neckbeards, continuing that Toiletbeard saga. I saw that part 6 got posted today, got a little bit of love on my personal subreddit, r/ReddX reads, so I figured I might try to play a little bit of catch up. We're getting into part 5 today. If you have missed parts 1 through 4, as per usual, those links are down in the description, and I hope that you will consume them at your leisure. I'm not sure how much part 5 ties into all of that stuff, but I guess we'll find out today. Toiletbeard is just an absolute derp, and it is so massively entertaining to watch it all unfold. I do feel bad for the OP for having to put up with it, but I do thank you quite heartily, Mooncourt Complains, for sharing your tales with us. So, let's get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some Toiletbeard cringe. Toiletbeard 5, get down, get funky, electric boogaloo. Okay, what a day. I got a frantic call from my partner as soon as she saw that ReddX posted the video. Oh, hell yeah. We catching up now. I was actually having lunch with Jess and May and our stoner friend. You'd like him. And we all had a huge laugh over it. I actually just finished watching the video, and it seems like I just have to give you your next dose. Oh yeah, shoot me up, baby. So, where to begin? You know the beard, you know the others. Soon, you will know the pain. Soon you will know the tragic extent of my failings. Open wide, here comes the beard. God, I don't want to. If you're new here, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 are important for context. Links in the description. This one might also get a little freaky, so we got that not safe for work tag. Introductions are simple. In comparison, you could call us Chads, myself, Jess, Lee, and our downstairs emissary, May. Then her unfortunate husband, Ben, and him. Our offender sports a bushy beard of black pubes, the stare of a caveman, and clothes that defy all detergent. We live in a fairly large house in a decent enough town in Texas, and ever since the virus hit us, things have been all downhill. Luckily, I've returned to work again after a year, and I'm finally settling back in just in time before I get married too. High five. I think I told you in the last one. Double, triple check, make sure she's the right one, but congratulations. I've been having my crew help me catalog and write out the sins of our beast. And thankfully, we have more than enough for you to check out. So please enjoy, dear reader. Con Man. In case it wasn't especially clear before, Toiletbeard is a manipulative man that will resort to anything for attention.
Yeah. I used to work as a pizza man in my last place before I had to move back in with my parents. You wouldn't believe all the stuff that would happen out there.
Oh yeah? Like?
Well, once I got surrounded by vans on my way to work and held up at gunpoint.
We're gonna rob this pizza guy. It's gonna be a big score. You grab the money, Trike, baby.
And then one of the guys comes out of their car and shouts at the others, "It's not him! We got the wrong guy!"
Blinking my confusion away, I stared at him and asked him to continue.
I was shitting myself the whole time, but it turned out that I look almost exactly like a big drug dealer in the area, and they thought that it was me.
That's wild. Damn, dude. It sounded way too much like something that was pulled straight from a movie, but like hell am I gonna bother pointing that out? My listening seemed to sate the beard for the time being, and he returned to his screen. What a non sequitur. He would often try to tell me about his pizza man stories, especially after I made a crack about alternative payments. Ugh, shudder.
You wouldn't believe how often that happens. I've been late for my shifts a couple of times that way.
Yeah, those poor imaginary women. My heart goes out to them. Doubt. Now, I know that Jess wants to be the one to expound on this in her own stories, but I also want to include this due to relativity. I will leave plenty of meat for her to use herself, so don't worry. My sister has some interesting health issues, mostly developed over time, ranging from mildly annoying, like an allergy to shrimp or cherries, to very worrisome, like severe seizures or sun blisters. She's got a bit of a crapshoot as far as genetics are concerned. She's about 3 years my junior, sorta chubby, freckles, and usually glasses. Hair color varies on her whims at the time. Jess and I are very close, having gone through a lot of the toughest parts of our lives together, and even more so now that we're so far from the rest of the family. Honestly, we've always just joked that she's me, but with boobs. Lee, a year older than me, is in every sense our adopted brother. He's stocky, with his own beard that he maintains and trims regularly. He second guesses himself a lot, but he is exceptionally smart, and someone that I would trust with my life. When the three of us hang out, it's pretty easy to see what kind of bond we have, and I guess to the troll living below us, he's pretty jealous, and he wants in. Into the group? Into Jess? Yes. Yes to both. Sometimes we can be loud with our conversations, usually moving in a group and just doing our own thing. Usually during these hangouts, my sister might fall victim to a seizure and need our help to stabilize and relax again before she can return to function. The panic that it can cause is hard to not let out past the stairs, and sometimes the downstairs folks are witness to the mess. That is so fucking terrifying. I'm sure it's a thing that never really becomes routine. I remember my boy had a seizure one time because his fever got super high because he was super sick, and I will never forget that day. That is probably the scariest thing to ever happen to me, like ever. Whew. Within the first 3 months or so, once he had a chance to observe us for long enough, I think that the beard attempted to emulate his best attempt at being in dire pain. Screaming would emanate from the couch downstairs. Peeking over the rails revealed a baby elephant, thrashing as if fresh upon the world, with paper skin and bones of glass. What the hell? Toilet? You good, man? And he would thrash further for a few minutes and pant out,
My leg hurts. Seizure.
Almost as quickly as it would come up, however. By the time we would come down to check, the pain seemed to die down and Toiletbeard would relax again. Not always quite back into his same manner, but usually taking the time to tell us about his past medical experiences.
When I was a kid, I was in the mental hospital because of my autism. They tried electroshock on me a few times to try and fry it out of me.
Toiletbeard got them donkey brains. That sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, I was like 11 when they did it, and it left a lot of bad effects. I hated the smell.
There's a smell? Okay. The only time I ever electrified myself was when I was trying to plug in the Super Nintendo when I was like 8 years old, and I touched the prong when it was halfway in the socket. But I don't remember a smell. I just remember my finger being numb for a little while. This was usually the flavor of the encounters when he would have one of these, whatever the hell it was supposed to be. We didn't always go down to check on him. More often than not, he would suddenly wake up from a nap while we were making food and begin shouting and moving around again. Funny enough, though, it was only ever when others were nearby, or when he knew he would be heard. As big as the house might be, we can still hear through the walls fairly decently in some areas. Getting curious about it, I went to find May to find out some more. So, you've known Toiletbeard a while, right? You know anything about the seizures? Not really. Ben never mentioned that being a thing, and he's never done anything like that when he stayed at our apartment before. Interesting. The plot thickens. Jess was thoroughly convinced of his deceit, so we started to ignore the screams. He's fucking faking it, Miles. Even I haven't had seizures that bad. Screaming is too painful, and I can't just flop around like that. I'm lucky if I can get my arms or legs to move at all. Yeah, basically stiff as a board. Slight shaking, but I don't think you're gonna make all that noise. He's definitely doing it for attention. Having no reason to argue, I just kinda took her word for it. Not knowing anything about neurology myself, I know I can't say what's legit and what isn't. But I can tell you how a day or so of us ignoring his screams and thrashing suddenly made Toiletbeard's seizures less severe, even less frequent, until eventually he just stopped having them. It's been over a year now, and he has not done that shit again the entire time. What a miracle! OP, you've cured him! This is amazing! Congratulations! What a dick. Courtesan. Our friend Ozzy had been a big part of our friend group since high school. Think of him as our Green Goblin. Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but with longer hair and much more confidence in his sex appeal. Wherever we go, Ozzy is sexy. Living about an hour away, it's been hard to visit us regularly within the last year or so, and that just makes it even more important that our visits are more fun and memorable. For some reason, Ozzy has been offering for ages to be a stripper for us. I'm good, dude. Showing us his moves in his room, Ozzy danced for us, complete with cowboy hat, duster, and a stick horse named Al Capone. God. Over dinner, we talked about what was to be done with Toiletbeard. What if you just, aggressively twerked on someone? I almost choked on my nachos. Ozzy went on to spin his yarn and pulled us into his vision. He had been looking for an excuse to dance for us and always asks, Do y'all think you need a stripper? Tonight we do. Oh, God. After stopping by his house to pick up his things, we were on our way. The glorious gyrations of our skinny legend had us rolling at his house, and we couldn't wait to bring this special surprise home for the whole family. Let's go for the kids, let's go for the adults. A night that will live on in the hearts and minds of our children for generations. I think Lee gave Ben an early warning a couple of days before just to prepare him for what was to come. Didn't want to upset him, you know, and he seemed fine with it at the time. That night, we roll up, Lee and I taking point to keep Ozzy from being spotted early. Up the stairs we went, letting him prepare. May spotted us passing the terrace and immediately started snickering. Shh, I hiss, and motion for her to act natural. The beard was surprisingly nowhere to be seen. His ass groove as unfilled as his parents' expectations for him. God damn. That's so good. I love it. I run to my sister's room and tug her out to see the surprise. Okay, whenever we're ready, can you go downstairs and just bait him to sit? Sure, but I'm taking the other couch, all of it. Duh, you don't want him to touch you. Jess scurried downstairs and took her place. Lee and I agreed on our positions. I would tape from above, and he would go below. Double teaming our efforts to get the most out of what would surely be an amazing experience. Hey, Toilet, can you come check this out? Lee knocked on the door of the beard den. "We've got everyone here and we want to show you something."
I'm in the middle of my game.
"It'll only be a minute or two." Surprisingly, the one time we wanted him to come out, he was holed up in his nest, playing Persona again. A few minutes later, the gelatinous mass of human meats and assorted hairs shuffled into the hall with a breathy,
"What? What's up?"
We may have spooked him. We never wanted his attention so keenly before, but spotting M'Lady on the nearby couch, Toiletbeard disregards all dangers and drops his ample frame into place on his couch. Oh, God. It's gonna be glorious.
"I got something special,"
the beard began.
2 adjacent days off.
"Oh, nice," Jess replies. "That's something I didn't like when working at the clinic. It was kind of frustrating, but, hey, I did kind of want to show you something." She holds her hand up. "Now hear me out on this, okay?" The beard makes himself comfy and puts his feet up, puffing on his vape, not even realizing how he has trapped himself. Turning to the Alexa on the kitchen counter, she tries a couple of times to activate it. The bot refused to respond, as if pretending to be deaf. So I take the initiative. I raise my voice instead. "Alexa, max volume. Alexa, play Pony by Genuine." Ben suddenly looks up in confusion and mild panic. No, please." The music kicks on. "I keep hearing about this song. I don't know nothing about it. Here's some lyrics."
Yeah. I'm just a bachelor. I'm looking for a partner. Someone who knows how to ride without even falling off."
It's like Gilbert Gottfried. Ozzy struts down the stairs, Al Capone between his legs, while the duster billows behind him. Ben and May watch him approach, one concerned and one loving it. Toilet's head whips around, trying to find out what exactly the hell is happening. Sashaying his way to the frozen beard, Ozzy bucks his hip and tips his hat to the gentle sir, gyrating, just as practice. This frightens the beard, and he has chosen flight. Toiletbeard jumps up and speed walks out of the living room. Ozzy tosses off his hat and coat over the beard's seat and gives chase.
"I won't let my man go."
Toiletbeard pauses by the stairs to shoot me a look as if he wants to say something, but our sexy stripper is right behind him. Before the stick horse can give him a nice kinky bite on the rear, he retreats to his room and slams the door shut. The music continues, our laughter roaring and threatening to drown out the sultry track. Ozzy shrugs his shirt off and rushes his steed into action. "Wait, come back!" Lee follows the action to catch every second of this on his phone, arguably getting the better footage due to me keeling over holding my sides. Tossing Al Capone and his shirt aside, our guy continues his dance outside of the den. "Alexa," May starts before Ozzy shouts back, "No, keep it going. Keep the music going. I'm not done." I don't know if this is a job or what, but he's really into it for some reason. Ozzy begins undoing his jeans. Uh-oh. The door opens for just a second. They exchange looks, the beard timidly holding a bat to his chest, and Ozzy nodding before pulling his pants the rest of the way down and dancing in his boxers. Admitting defeat, the door shuts again, with Toiletbeard literally holding it closed. Jess quiets Alexa, while our cowboy reclothes himself quickly. A little bit later, Lee does try and check on Toilet, just to make sure he's not too rattled. He seemed alright, but he was pretty pissed. Mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned.
I'm not scared of him. He just, freaked me out. It's my autism that makes me react like that. I wouldn't run away, normally.
Yeah, sure. He's made some homophobic remarks several times. I'll ask Jess to include those in her stories. Ozzy is straight, by the way. He's just, very comfortable in himself. Ozzy is sexy, and this is our fact. The rest of us hung out while Toilet sulked, and we had a pretty great weekend. Scaring the beard actually kept him from coming upstairs for a while, which Jess made the most of and invited her girlfriend over to spend some time too. Everyone wins, except the person nobody cares about. I'll be working with Lee to put together some more of our Butterball's bumbling buffoonery. I can't exactly see this series ending, per se, but it might dry up the closer that we get to the present day. So, until then, we will catch you on the flippity. OP says he's got the video in the comments, so once this neckbeard vacates the domicile, maybe I can cut that into, like, the full saga or something. That would be pretty funny. This is probably one of the better revenge schemes that I've seen. It could have been planned out a little better, okay? Somebody should have known that he would try to retreat to his room, lock him out of his own room, somebody stand there and block the door, like... You could have really got him for more than just a few seconds. Had him running around the whole house away from this stripper cowboy, which is... That's what I would pay money to see, man. That is amazing. It's absolutely nothing but what he deserves as well. I don't feel even a little bit bad for Toiletbeard. The cherry on top of it all was the fact that he opened the door with the bat, saw this dude like pantsless dancing at him, and he decided to shut the door instead. And then after all of that, he wants to play the tough guy, and he's like, oh, normally I wouldn't have run away. It's like, dude, you ran away twice. You punked out twice. You couldn't handle a naked stripper cowboy while you're wielding a baseball bat. It's so beautiful. You know, he just went back into play persona and just sulked in his shame. As it should be. Ah, beautiful story. We'll get into part 6 pretty soon. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you did enjoy the episode, I hope you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. Of course, maybe share the video around if you should like. It seems to me that this post could stand on its own. It doesn't really reference much of the previous stories, although the previous stories do paint the picture of why everybody is just so fed up with this dude. We also got some links in the description. I hope you'll check them out. Click around down there. We got all kinds of plugs and stuff like that, and social medias and whatnot. Oh, and of course, my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. And I would like to thank them all, as always, but especially Calvicus, Fatboy Shrimp, Robert Waits, TSM Kirby, Teddy the Police, Aaron W, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Sora, Fire Drake, Livison, Silent Revolvers, Zaptorus, Zero MMX, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Rouse Tower, Caustic Fox, Derpy Tricks, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, Hypat Japan, OG James Cook, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, KK, Miss Monday, Magdalene Marshall Thornrose, Melgar the Destroyer, Mirthful Baker, Mr. J, my boy Nat one, Nick, Lady Nix, Katykins and Elizabeth, Sidestep, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Siegfried, Ellie, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tamago, Tato Ferret, 10-Ton Monster, That Duck and Bug, Fusky Treeberg, Redwind, Goose's Honk, Leon Embers, Naga Viper, John Indoors, A Normal Joe, A-Roxers, Cake Jerry, That's a Different Jerry, Crafty Kitty Cat, Mark 211, maybe next time, Orgamic Cam, Princess Rosalie, Ghosty, The Last Shinobi, and the Maestro himself, Zuka Cervantes. Thank you guys, as always, for helping to support the channel, showing me that love, putting your money where your mouth is, etc., etc. I hope that some other people out there will consider joining the Patreon. But if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through and spending part of your day with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and do it again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today.
Maybe, watching some more ReddX videos? I don't know.
If you want. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely, definitely deserve it. I will see you in the next one. And until then, bye-bye.